I also got a program pad, say that again, program pad, like so. Hey everyone, it's Jamie from BestNerdLife. Even though England was locked down for the first few months of 2021 and all the usual places that I get my gaming related things from were also shut, I've still managed to accumulate quite a lot of gaming related items. And in this video I just want to talk through some of the things that I got from around January 2021 from things like, eBay purchases and Facebook Marketplace and all that kind of stuff. Now I did actually do a video recently of one such example, which was a pretty hefty £50 job lot where I got an absolute ton of things. If you want to see that, I'll put a link in the description below to that video. But yeah, this video is going to be talking about some of the smaller purchases that I've made recently from about January 2021, and hopefully this will give some kind of indication about what videos I'm going to be doing in the future, because a lot of the things that I bought either need fixing or are going to be modded or something along that line. Alright, first up, let's talk about the things that I got off Facebook Marketplace. These things are my absolute favourite ones because I got them for such a ridiculous discounted price. I could not believe it. To begin, let's have a look at this thing, which is, well, it's a Raspberry Pi, basically. I didn't actually get the Raspberry Pi, I had that previously, but the thing that I did get is the Raspberry Pi case, and I have been looking for one of these for absolutely ages. And the reason why I wanted to get this is because it was £5 to begin with, but also it had a fan with it, which is there, and also a heat sink down there as well. So now I can overclock this thing and it should run slightly faster and still be sufficiently cold. But yeah, £5 for that case, the heatsink and the fan. Very, very happy with that to begin with. Alright, next up is this thing right here, which as you can see is a Nintendo Switch Pro Controller. Believe it or not, I got this for just £5, which is absolutely ridiculous and incredible. It is in pretty decent shape. Now when I talked to the person on Facebook Marketplace, they did say straight away that one of the buttons did not work, but there is a little bit of a story behind this. Basically what I think happened is they've dropped this, right? And they dropped it kind of around this area because this button right here, the ZR button, does not work properly, right? It does not function properly at all. Every single other button is fine, right? And after they dropped it, they've thought, well, I'm going to try and fix this. And they tried to open it here and here, which is the place that you open the controller. And they basically stripped the screws so badly that they just thought, you know what, I've got no hope in hell of fixing this, so I'm just going to sell it for £5 and not worry about it. Now I have actually managed to get the screws off like that, so I can take those off like that, but I haven't actually delved into the inner workings of this controller yet, but I will in time. Next, let's continue on with the Nintendo theme by showing you this. And this is, of course, the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, SNES, SNES, whatever you want to call it. And I got this from eBay and it cost me just £35. And I didn't just get the machine itself, I also got a whole bunch of other things. As an example, I got the power cable. I also got the TV tuner thing, whatever it is, but I also got a SCART cable with it. Pretty cool, right? Pretty cool. But they are not the only things I got with this machine. I also got a whole bunch of controllers. So of course I got the official Super Nintendo controller, but I also got a SN Pro Pad, whatever that is. I also got a program pad, say that again, program pad, like so, and also a Game Commander 2 controller. So yeah, 4 controllers with it, the power cable, all that extra stuff, and the system itself. Now that does seem like a pretty good deal, right? Well, unfortunately there is something wrong with the console itself. It doesn't actually turn on. right? I've tried plugging it in, I've tried turning it on, for example, but that light does not light up. So that does mean I'm gonna have to go into the internals and try and figure out what's wrong with it. And I bought it specifically for that reason. I knew that it wasn't going to work. I also knew that the actual case itself was a little bit damaged. For example, there's a hole right there, which looks nasty. And also, there's a massive gaping hole in the bottom right there. So this is definitely a fix-em-up job. Interestingly, although I'm not 100% sure on this, it does seem like there's a huge amount of difference in discoloration between the top and the bottom, as if it's from like 2 different units. I don't really know, but I will hopefully fix that in good time. And I specifically, as I said, bought this for that particular job, that particular challenge, right? I want to learn how to hopefully fix and clean up an SNES. So this is a fantastic opportunity for me to learn about the inner workings of that particular console. And even if I can't get it working, I've got a whole bunch of other controllers and peripherals and all that kind of stuff. But that's not all that I got with that particular purchase. I also got these things, which are a fantastic time capsule into the past. So first off, we have the instruction booklet, which I always love a bit of detail, a bit of leisure reading. So yeah, just a whole bunch of information about the controller, about the console itself. Really happy I got that. Next up is this absolutely fantastic leaflet, or pamphlet, or whatever you want to call it. And I'm pretty sure I've seen this before. Like, this is an iconic bit of thing, right? I'm sure it is. There are people who play games. Then there are people who play Nintendo. I'm pretty sure I've seen that before. And last but not least for this particular bundle is this incredible, massive poster. Now I will do a kind of widescreen shot thing of this, but yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. It's got a whole bunch of games on there, and yeah, just how to hook up your new Nintendo Entertainment System thing. Now again, following on with the Nintendo theme, next is this DS. Put that in the center a bit more. Now this DS is working, luckily. However, the top portion of the screen, well, I should say the top portion of the DS itself, is not functioning properly. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but the bottom one is, so you can tap it, and it'll go to, you know, the start menu or whatever. But this top screen does not look good at all. A lot of it is missing. You can't really see that on camera, but you take my word for it, it doesn't look great. And again, this is going to be another project that I want to do, but this is going to be a little bit different. I'm not going to fix the machine, I'm actually going to be modifying it. So this top screen is going to be gone. I'm going to take it out, and I'm going to trick the Nintendo DS into just like functioning with this bottom portion. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I'm just going to have it as a Game Boy Advance. I think it's called like a Game Boy Macro or something like that in the modding community. I just found it to be a really interesting modification to do. Now of course this is a DS that is going to be a little project that I'm going to do in the future, and it did only cost me £20, and I did buy it specifically for that reason. I did know it was broken and like that when I bought it. However, it did also come with a couple of games, which is always good. So we've got Bejeweled Twist, got Big Brain Academy, we got Duel Link, Atlantic Quest, we got 7 Wonders 2, we got 4 Elements, I don't know if you can see that over there, and also Duel Link Mysteries, Mountains of Madness. But what am I going to play on my DS macro thing, whatever it's called? Well, I now have Robots for the Game Boy Advance, and also Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius for the Game Boy Advance. Now these things together I believe cost me about £6, so you know, £3 each. Again, they're games that I wouldn't necessarily go out of my way to buy, but because they were so cheap and I needed something to test my DS with, I decided to buy them, and yeah, they're boxed, they've got the documentation with them and all that kind of stuff. Got a few random things now. I got Mabel from Animal Crossing, the amiibo. Very, very cute. I'm again collecting amiibos. Always on the lookout for some cheap ones. I also got 11 Memories Retold for the Xbox One. I also got Scully for the Xbox One. And also, randomly, I got CoverGirl for the PSP. Now, I've seen this game for ages and ages and ages, and I had no idea whatsoever what it was about. I was really confused about it, and I still haven't tried it, but I will play it in the future. And all these cost me £15, which I think is a pretty decent price for all those things. Next, I've got some PlayStation 1 games, and first up is Cyberdeck, which is a game from my past. This is potentially one of the worst PlayStation games ever, and that is one of the reasons why I got it. I also got Street Skater, and this I got in a bundle together. So yeah, it's just something to fill out my collection. I also got Soviet Strike, and also, I forgot to mention this as well, inside, I believe, yeah, inside as well, it's not just the Soviet Strike game, it's also Destruction Derby. just the disc though. It's got Army Men Land, Sea and Air and Virtual Pool. Now I did get these as a bundle. Cyberdeck and Street Skater was a bundle, and the 3 Army Men, Virtual Pool and Soviet Strike and Demolition Derby were a bundle as well. And these I think cost me about £12 altogether, which for, you know, those games, not too bad. And next is the big kahuna of this show and tell about PlayStation 2. Now this does work. I've been playing it very, very recently, and I'm enjoying the heck out of it. The only bad thing about this is this disc tray, when I got it, wasn't working properly. It kept getting stuck, so I did, you know, take it apart. I cleaned it, I cleaned the internals, and yeah, it now works and it's fine. I'm really happy with it. I also got this box with it. Again, the box is a little bit battered, but you know what? That's fine. It's a box. And inside this box there are many, many things. So there's the RGB whatever cable there. I also got a PlayStation 1 controller, which is a little bit gross. I still need to clean it. I also got 1 controller, 2 controller, and also another SCART cable thing with an adapter on the end as well, which is pretty cool. There is a power cable somewhere, but I couldn't find it. I have it somewhere, it came with it, but it's there somewhere, I just can't find it for this video. Now I also got a big amount of games as well, so let's talk through them. First is Jak and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy, Star Wars 2, the original trilogy Lego, Path of Neo, Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines, Just Cause, Splinter Cell, Pandora Tomorrow, Spider-Man 2, Metal Gear Solid 3, X-Men 3, the official game, Tekken 5, Batman Vengeance, Star Wars Jedi Fighter, Starfighter, Tiger Woods PGA Tours 2005, Tekken 4, Star Wars Battlefront 2, True Crime Streets of LA, Scarface, Wallace and Gromit Curse of the Were-Rabbit, Batman Begins, Peter Jackson's King Kong, Spider-Man, Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, Monster Inc. Scare Island, Knockout Kings 2002, and the Sega Mega Drive Collection. Now I will admit, all these games did not come with the console. Some of the games did, I can't remember which ones now. Some of the games I did get as job lots. So I think everything kind of cost between between 55 and 60 pounds. So for all this stuff that I got, I think that's an absolutely fantastic price, right? So yeah, that was me talking about some of the things that I bought recently. And honestly, I'm very, very happy with the things that I bought. Not only are these things going to be added to my collection, they're also going to be used to create content for this channel and also help me to build my skills. As an example, some of the things I want to mod or fix, like the SNES and the DS Lite, will require me to solder things. And I've never actually soldered anything in my life, so that is something else that I'm going to have to learn. But that's what it's all about, right? It's about building my collection, building my skills, and also building this channel and community. I have noticed recently that it does seem that more people are subscribing to me at a faster rate. So I really do appreciate everyone who has subscribed to me recently. In any case, if you enjoyed this video, then by all means like, comment, subscribe, all that social media goodness. And as always, keep living that best nerd life.